What's up, guys, and welcome back to my garage. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we scooped up probably one of the worst vehicles that I've ever seen from the junkyard, and we've knocked all the rust off of it already and replaced pretty much everything underneath. But what we need to do today is turn this thing into a running and driving machine. Now, before we go putting lipstick on our pig or polishing our turd, if you will, I need to have a look through the catalog so we can start to determine which engine would be best in that machine. We really don't have too many options to choose from. Obviously, we could throw the factory i6R back in it, but we kind of already have a built one of those in our M3, and I would like to do something a little bit different. The i6DZ could be cool-ish, or just the straight 6 in general. I'm kind of leaning more towards the V8. Now, hear me out, okay? I want this thing to be as rowdy as possible. I'm trying to almost recreate our off-road E36 in Monbazoo. You guys know we have our street car, and then we have our off-road machine. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here as well. So I'm thinking the V8 might be the perfect engine for us. There are so many different parts available for the V8. This might be a pretty costly endeavor, but I definitely think it's our best option. I'm sorry, twin turbo? A twin turbo V8? I didn't see, hang on. I didn't see a Toogii in this list though. That's not how you spell turbo. Okay, just the exhaust headers. So if I were to go to the i4, let's say. Wow, it's really taking a long time to load. There it is. Okay. I'm looking for the Toogii from the i4. I'm gonna have to buy it though. I just wanted to see like what sort of mounting thing it had, but also if we go twin Toogii with the V8, how would we run the intercooler piping? Because I don't think any of that's available in here. Unless I just scrolled right past it. I guess that's a possibility. I'm gonna quick save because I wanna test this, right? I wanna test this first before we sink a bunch of money into this thing and it ends up not even working out for us. So I'm gonna buy both headers. We're already down to $8,300. That's not great. We'll also grab both performance cylinder heads and their covers. Obviously, we're probably going to want those. And then the very last thing that we need, again, just for testing purposes, is a block. And I'm just going to get the factory one. There are, thanks to some mods, there are some like paintable parts and different cubic inch V8 blocks and stuff. I'm just going to go with the stock thing so we can make sure that it's working properly. So we're going to get this put onto our engine stand, mount our heads, and then I guess we'll see about mounting these exhaust manifolds, and then hopefully a Toogii on top of both of them. Twin Toogii, dude. I can't believe I didn't know about this. It's gotta be part of the paintable engine component mod, I would assume. Maybe it's not though. Okay, now we're talking, dude. I knew there had to be more to the whole twin turbo thing. So we've got twin turbo V8 left and right. We're, of course, going to need both of them. We're probably going to need 2 turbo air filters then as well. We've got the left exhaust and right exhaust pipe. So I had to change this to all cars up at the top instead of just limiting us to the rat, right? So I don't really know that this stuff is going to fit inside of the car necessarily, but we should be able to, at the very least, assemble the engine. So this is kind of where it gets a little trickier. I see this for low blower, this one blower, performance intake, oh, and then 6-pack carb. Okay. So let's go back to the rat then. I think we're gonna want this intake manifold for a blower, but then we're not gonna mount a blower, if that makes sense. Hopefully that's right. I really don't know at this point, but we'll find out here momentarily. Okay, just to reiterate, this is for mock-up purposes only. Not even every bolt is tightened on the thing, but it looks absolutely ridiculous so far. So this is the part where I'm kind of confused, right? So I know that we can get this deal, but what I don't understand is Do we still need carbs? Oh. Oh. Yeah. There's too many options. What about just twin turbo airbox? That one looks relatively flat for the most part. Okay, I think that could work. I need to see the hole from down under my. Sounds weird. There's just one. So that is not the one that we would want to use if we had the blower intake. We could supercharge and twin turbo this engine. Okay, we're not going to do that today. That sounds a little maybe too complicated for us. I'd like to use this one, but at the same time, I think this one looks better. It's just too tall. After messing around with this for a little while longer, I think I figured out maybe not the recipe, but at least our recipe for this. So this is the standard airbox. It's just called twin turbo airbox. That gets mounted, I guess I can show you guys, gets mounted above a performance carburetor, which is also mounted to the standard intake manifold. I'm trying to keep it as low profile as possible, so hopefully that way we could still run a hood on Old Girl. I guess not having a hood wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but now that we at least know, again, our recipe for this, I'm going to go ahead and quit the game without saving, and we'll resume from our previous autosave. I kind of wasted a lot of money just trying to figure out how this all works, so now we're officially going to buy everything that we need, and hopefully not waste anything, right? So that's it for the twin turbo stuff, and then let's get rid of our search. We need to go back to the rat. Why is this thing being so weirdly slow today? Did the game just crash? Oh my. And we're back. Like nothing ever even happened. Instead of getting the performance carb this time around, I think I'm gonna cheap out a little bit and just go with the regular carb. We're still gonna need the 5.6 V8 block. Probably won't do performance cylinder heads either. Again, just trying to sort of keep it on the cheap. I do kind of want to do the Mopar cylinder head covers though, which are in here somewhere. Here's the left side. Still gonna have that stupid orange cap though. I really don't love that, but those are the cards that we've been dealt, right? Also probably could have got an 800 CFM carb, but that's okay. Mopar oil filter, obviously. That'll just give us a little bit extra horsepower. There's the other rocker cover. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll start there. Probably forgetting some stuff, but this should at least get us going for now. Hang on. Dude, what am I doing? Are we really about to try to assemble a bright orange engine? Absolutely not. We can't be having that. So, we're going to pop this thing off of the engine stand and use our material master over here to change the color to, well, anything else. So I kind of had a feeling that this engine build might potentially bankrupt us, and it hasn't yet, but we are starting to run out of money. And something that I just found out is the catalog has these Mopar performance valve covers. It's selling two left sides. We bought two left sides. There's this one here, and then I was scrolling down a little bit, and I said, oh, there's the other, right? There's the other side. This is also a left side, though it's called rocker cover instead of, what was this one? Valve cover, I think. Yeah, valve cover left. So, thankfully, neither one of them have that gross orange cap that I don't like, but they are literally the same thing. So, I'm going to put these off to the side, and we'll bring them to Scapegoat someday. I think instead, I'm just going to get, like, the performance ones, right? Because they still have, like, a little bit of chrome on them. And we can get both the right and the left side.
The next morning.
You're joking. Dude, are you kidding me? Okay, so as you guys would have seen, I was working on this at night. And now that it's the next day, we have some actual daylight to work with. The whole dang engine is chrome. I thought we were building like a black chrome engine, but obviously not. And this does make me want to restart, but I'm pretty sure we saved once already, so I'm not really sure what to do now. We are struggling for money. We have $121, so we do still have this vehicle out here and our parts runner truck if we wanted to sell that. This just needs a really quick rust repair, and then we should be able to turn it around for pretty decent profit. Honestly, we could sell it now and be totally fine, but I am going to have to quit without saving, and hopefully we'll be able to go back in time to before we painted any of this stuff. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, so we didn't save a second time. Well, perfect. We haven't bought anything yet, but that means I have to reassemble all the stuff that we did already do, which, yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
A few moments later.
It's all back together again, and this time it's the right color. We have a little bit of money left over since we didn't have to spend it on chrome, but let's see how long that's gonna last. We do still have to purchase quite a few things for this engine. I'm not gonna worry about stuff that's mounted inside of the car. We're just focused on the engine for right now, so we're gonna need an alternator belt. We're gonna need an alternator, camshaft sprocket, just one of those. It's a single cam. Transmission I'm not gonna worry about, so clutch plate, pressure plate, don't need those things just yet. Crankshaft pulley we will need. Crankshaft sprocket we will need. What else we got in here? Distributor. We're not gonna do like a bunch of performance parts on this either. We'll ignore the flywheel for the time being as well. We're gonna need a fuel pump, harmonic balancer. Oh, that would be just for... Wow. Wow. I forgot head gaskets. Yikes. Okay, the engine's got to come apart again, just so we can put it back together again. Ignition coil, important. I didn't get the Mopar filter this time, so we just got the standard one. We need spark plug wires. A starter. We have $229 left. Thermostat housing. Timing chain. And that's pretty much all that we can do for right now. We have $32, and rather than repairing the rust on this vehicle, yeah, we could get like a little bit more money out of it if we did that. I'm just gonna sell it straight up. Now we've got $13,687. Surely that's gonna be enough to get this thing finished up. But like I said, I do have to tear it down again so that I can add these head gaskets. That could have been bad. Honestly, that could have been really, really bad. This episode, man, has just been an absolute disaster thus far. But we're gonna turn things around. Don't you worry. Thankfully, we can just remove the entire assembly just like that. So now that we have that done, we can take our gaskets, get them placed on, and now we can reassemble everything. Okay, crisis averted. Now, though, we've got even more stuff that we need to purchase. So, where did we leave off? We got the timing chain. We need a timing cover. Engine fan. Probably. Some of this stuff I'm not really sure. And I think that's sort of the reason why today has been a little bit more of a disaster than usual. I've never built a twin-turbo V8 before. IRL or in my garage. I think that should be it. Something else I didn't really consider until just now is the rest of the exhaust. Yeah, from the engine, you know, we've got the downpipes, but where's it gonna go after that? Is there even one that will work with the rat? Time will tell. Remember what I was saying about the harmonic balancer? Yeah, we need that. Turns out we do need that. Now that we've got all the accessories out of the way, we need to remove this thing from the engine stand. I'm just going to put it on the ground temporarily. But what we need to do next, we have our starter right yonder. We need to get a transmotion. We need to get a clutch. We need a flywheel. We need all that. And then we're going to try to dry fit it in the engine bay. Fingers crossed, it's gonna fit. I'm sorry, what? You've got to be kidding me. Gearbox 5 says it's compatible with the V8 or an i6, and also says that it's compatible with the Rat. Granted, it's not in the vehicle yet, but that gearbox doesn't seem to want to mate up to that block, which is a problem because I kind of already bought the thing. I guess we could try gearbox 4. It's going to be a 4-speed. I would have preferred a 5, but if this works, that would be great. Am I just dumb? Am I just stupid? What? I swear this never happens to me. Maybe we need to try just mating the two after the engine is already inside of the vehicle. Yo, that fits surprisingly well. Look at the clearance too. On either side, that's phenomenal. Okay, we gotta get real low here so that we can get that one fastened and then also this engine mount fastened. Okay. It is officially inside of the vehicle. I'm gonna grab one of these transmotions, and by golly, they better work or I am going to lose it. We're good. We're good. I don't know why that mattered. I swear we've been able to mate transmissions and engines outside of vehicles before, but this one wanted to be different. It really had to be different. So I'll try to get at least one of these bolts fastened. That way it just doesn't fall out on us. And then rather than trying to push it back over to the hoist, I think I'm going to spend $100 or whatever it is and just have it towed to the customer sign. That way we can lift it up into the air and make sure everything is properly fastened. This definitely wasn't supposed to be just an engine build episode, but that's kind of what it's become, unfortunately. I did plan on doing some body kit stuff, you know, and trying to make sure that this thing looks the part, but we're gonna have to save that for the next episode. All we have left to do today is try to figure out an exhaust, and then also we need to get this thing running, right? That was the goal at the end of the day. That was the goal, running and driving vehicle. So we're sticking to that, even though it's not going to look very pretty. But the transmotion is connected. We've got our starter in there now, so we just need all the other sort of supporting engine bay mods, like a battery, radiator, hoses, that type of thing. Two shots of vodka. Glug, 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 glug. Glug, 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 glug. Now that we've got all the fluids taken care of, I have to see if it'll start. I just gotta know. And then after that, we're gonna have to try to find an exhaust. So thankfully, the key is on the steering column. Really? Really? Fuel. Wait, we probably don't have fuel. Sorry, what? Did I not? I didn't put the gas tank back in the car? Why did I not do that? It's still sitting over here. Okay. Well, hopefully it has some fuel in it, but just in case it doesn't, I think I'm gonna bring it across the street. I don't know if this works or not. I feel like I've tried it before, but we're just gonna fill up the gas tank and then get it added to the vehicle. That should be fine, right? Okay, this time, for sure. And I mean that. For sure, for sure. Take a seat. Money. Money, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a twin-turbo V8 engine inside of our convertible Rat. I love it already, but it is way too loud. Let's give it a little whop of the throttle. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. I thought we could... What is it taking off? That's not... No, that's not gone well. I could have swore that we used to be able to, like, whop the throttle a little bit, you know? Oh. yes, but we probably shouldn't do that without an exhaust. So let's see if we can't get that sorted real quick. I feel like this probably isn't going to work, or at the very least, okay, they won't look very good, but we're gonna try these. They seem rather long. Are they dual? Are they dual exits? Okay, this might actually look kind of sick, but just look at the length of them compared to the vehicle. I'm feeling like they might stick out a little bit, but maybe not. We're not gonna know until we try. So let's put her up into the air, and we'll see how these things fit. With this rear bumper, I sort of already knew that it wasn't gonna look great from behind because it only has the one exhaust cutout. But I don't plan on keeping this rear bumper, so I'm not really super concerned about that. All I really care about right meow is that it... Wow, that sounded good. Is that it's quiet. Much quieter than it used to be. Are we gonna be able to drive this without a shifter? Without a dash? Hopefully. We're gonna try it out, dude. Let's see how this goes. Can we shift though? Okay, no shifter required, apparently. It's not gonna move. The e-brake is up. Okay. Nope, still not gonna move. Alrighty then. Lucky for us, I decided to keep the original shifter. So we just need one bolt there. Should be, God, if I can get around to it. Just one more bolt. Right up in front. There she be. Let's get our wrench put into our backpack again. This time, I know I've said this a few times before, but this time, for sure, reverse. I'm an idiot. Okay, the e-brake was up that time, but we don't have a drive shaft. We don't have a drive shaft, do we? Or a differential. We're gonna need both of those. Okay, that should be the last thing, and then I promise we're gonna be able to take this thing out just for a quick rip. That's all I really want. Oh, so there's more axles, half shafts. We're gonna want those too. I think that's it. Maybe. There's probably something else that I completely forgot to install, or I guess reinstall, right? Because we kind of did have to tear this whole thing down. Though, I don't think that the vehicle really came with that much from the junkyard. Anyways, this time for sure. All right, reverse Terry, beautiful. Gotta be real careful. I decided to get just the factory, or like OE differential as well. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so the M3 was going to be the drift machine. But with the way that this thing's looking and sounding, I don't know, dude. This might end up being our drift machine. Let's do a... Oh, I should probably quick save, though. It's not that I'm worried about damaging our beautiful body or anything. I just don't want to damage any of the parts that we spent so long installing today. But this thing sounds great, dude. We've got a 5-speed transmotion on here, which I am a big fan of. Kind of wish we could do a 6, I'll be honest. And we have no way of knowing how fast we're going at the moment because we don't have a cluster and don't have a dash and all that. But next episode, we definitely will. We need interior and then exterior mods as well. And this thing is gonna be very rowdy. I mean, it kind of already is, right? But on that note, ladies and gents, I do think that's where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.